Getting paid to speak. That's number 2. Are you relieved that we're talking about this anyways? Getting paid for speaking. That's at least what I hear a lot from people. That's their first association with speaking and earning money with it, right? Getting a fee. Like, how cool would it be that you share your message in maybe 10, 20, 30, 60, 90-minute version, and then someone else is gonna pay you for it? Wow, it is a reality. It truly is. And I'm gonna tell you up front that this might be a super unsatisfying video for you to watch, okay? Because maybe you're expecting us to figure out what your fee is going to be. You're gonna ask it and you're gonna get that money, and this is going to be your road to abundance. First of all, you already are abundant, and second of all, it's not that simple, okay? Because how you define your fee, there's a lot of different lenses to look through. What we are going to do though, is we're going to talk about those lenses so you can figure out if this is the way you want to go, and if so, what number fits where you are right now. Is that cool? I hope it is, because that's what we're going to do, okay? So first of all, it really depends on where you are and what you're speaking about. Okay, because if we would compare the American and, for example, the European market, you would see differences. You would see that overall in America, there's higher fees than in Europe. Then another one, depending what you speak about. Do you speak about tech or about business? Or do you speak about health or well-being? Overall, and don't get it too literal, okay? We're going to figure out together the way to think about this, okay? So overall, in tech and in business, there's more money because it creates more money. And then when we talk about health and wellness, it's not always appreciated in the same way. The last one is, for example, are you talking for a business conference, or is it more a non-profit organization, right? Like, which one does have more money or wants to spend more money on these things, right? So it really depends. What I always like to ask myself is, does this make sense? Does this make sense? Right? Maybe you completely feel in your body, I'm worth $100,000 or euros. You know what? $1 million. But let's see it like this. Imagine there is a business conference. You're going to speak about wellness in America. And then it is for 20 people. And then you're going to come and say, you know what? It's going to be $1 million. You're going to ask yourself the question, does this make sense? Maybe it doesn't, right? Or maybe it's for superhuman kids with really wealthy families, and this is business school, and it's private business school, and you're this perfect person who can tell them exactly how to create that 1 millimeter shift that will get them a return on their investment of 3 million. Then it might make sense, right? So you always want to look through the lens of, does this make sense? And what we see overall, overarching, is regarding the fees, that when you're a beginner, you're still getting your reps in, you might not have a sizzle reel, you might have your starter sizzle reel with one video, and you're in the start, like you're in your first year, let's just say. Then your fee might be around like 0 to 2,000. And once you get more established and you start to invest in certain marketing assets, for example, a speaking kit, which is basically just a PDF with all stuff inside of who you are, what the value is for the audience. There's some really beautiful brand photos, there's a bio, there's all these different things. So you have a sizzle reel. Some people say you want to put the same amount of money in your sizzle reel that you want to ask for it. So you really showcase the credibility that you have, and you bring a certain brand. You can charge, like, in the beginning 0 to 2,000, and when it gets more established, you raise up, right? Maybe you bring also some more followers. So you have a little bit of an audience, you have a little bit of an online presence, you can showcase that you've been doing this for a while. You have some good testimonials. you have some beautiful reviews. You can go up to 5 to 10, and then when you start to do this for like regularly, and you start to speak in front of larger businesses and people or crowds that are more wide, like bigger, you can go up. Like, I have some buddies who charge 50,000 for one speaking engagement. What I'm not saying is that you get there within this. They've been building they've been building their network, building relationships, showing up, adding value first, putting in the reps, become really good in their craft. And then that's when you can charge all of these, right? So let's just look at some pros and some downsides of asking a speaking fee. What do you think is the good thing for you? You get paid for speaking. I heard you say it. That's so cool, isn't it? And then on the other side, what are some downsides? What are things that might not be always perfect? Well, if they don't have a budget, if they truly don't have a budget. Maybe it also creates a lot of pressure for you, especially in the beginning when you're still ramping up. And you're saying, you know, it's 3,000 or 5,000 or 2,000. And then you have to deliver that, but maybe you did not have the reps in yet that give you the confidence to really feel your value. Now, when, though, is the time that you're going to charge for money? When do you know it's this pivotal moment from, you know, I did a lot of mutual exchanges, now it's time to charge? You decide. You know within, now it's the time. I've done enough. I'm worth this thing. And maybe a little bit before. Because when do you decide then, right? You're going to get the yes when there's congruency in your verbal way of saying the price and your non-verbal, I actually agree with myself. And you can even practice this with other people, right? When you start to own your price and you know that you're worth it, and you say with conviction and with congruency that is what is, you will see that people will find the money. And if not, then you will have more creative ways to go about this. And you already had one, but we will go to a third one, which will give you so many openings to always get monetary value that does not always include a speaking fee. It's what I really love to call a magical way. Let's find out what it is.